Hello, I'm Reginald Bullock, and today I'm here to talk to you about chapter 12 of my book, It's All About the Hustle. Chapter 12, if you have the book, turn to it. And when you go to it, you're going to see a bunch of letters. Even I have to go to it in order to read the letters because I have not memorized all of these letters, and I don't know anybody else that has done so. So I'm going to read it. And it says, IYADWYADWYAGWYAG. Now, I'm not going to repeat that. But part of the chapter, sub-chapters are insanity, doing it differently, B Squadron, and using the phrase. So what's the phrase? I just said it, right? But what really does it mean? It means if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. That is worth repeating. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. So, if you don't want to keep getting what you've always got, then what do? You do something different. Now, what's that difference? It comes in many forms. Grow, learn, change, listen, mature, develop, educate, train, and develop others. Make a difference. Care. But if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. And this is important because so many people, when I'm talking to them as a executive leadership coach, they have goals. They want to achieve those goals. They're having a hard time achieving those goals. They have thoughts that they want to execute. They have visions. They have strategies. But for some reason, the company's not growing. But for some reason, I just can't get A's or a 4.0 in class. For some reason, I can't make that jump shot. For some reason, I'm unable to achieve and do those things that I want to achieve and do. Well, sometimes it's because you are always doing what you're always doing. So you're going to always get what you've always got. It's so simple, but what's not simple is making that change management transition to do different. I coach some people, and one of the first things I tell them is, in order to get the most out of your day, your 1,440 minutes, you gotta use it. You have to use your 1,440 minutes if you wanna get the most out of it. Now at midnight, it starts. Your first minute of that 1,440 minutes starts at midnight. So now what? Where are you generally? Sleep. You may have been asleep before midnight, and you may be asleep after midnight. And they say nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. However, I often say, if you are dreaming a good dream about being a CEO, graduating from high school, college with honors, walking across stage, doing those things, making money, driving a nice car, having a house, building a business, writing a book, whatever it is that you're dreaming about, wake up, get up, and write it down. Whatever you're dreaming about, if it's so good that you love that dream and you want that dream to become reality, wake up, get up, and write it down. Most people don't do that. What do? They sleep. So if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. You're gonna be asleep. You're gonna sleep right through some of that 1,400 and 400, which is 1,440 minutes. So think about it. What can you do different? I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I get up 4:30 in the morning. I try to work out anywhere from a half hour to an hour in that morning. Or I get up and jump right on the computer and start writing down what's in my head of all that I can remember from the dream. My book, Becoming the Best Version of Yourself, happened that way. I was dreaming about being on stage just like this, talking to you just like this, and the talk track was becoming the best version of yourself. And guess what happened when I did that? I got up. I woke up, got up, and wrote it down at 3:30 in the morning. And here I am now. So you have to speak it into existence as if it were, but then if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So you got to do something different. I got up and wrote it down. That was the difference. So I want you to think about it. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. It's so simple. And the more you say it to yourself, if I always do what I've always done, I'll always get what I always got. All you got to do is something different. And when you do that, you're going to get something different. So, think about it, internalize it, and change management for yourself can happen. Come on, if you do something different. I'm Reginald Bullock. Thank you for having me.